Good, good morning, good morning. What's popping? Or good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're gonna check out this video. I hope all is well. All right, and this is a reading for Aquarius for Libra season 2025. It doesn't matter where Aquarius is in your chart. You could have Aquarius in your North Node. You could have Saturn in Aquarius. You could have Venus in Aquarius. It doesn't matter. Wherever it is in your chart, whatever house it's in, okay, no matter what chart you're looking at. It's going to be a general read, so I want you to take what resonates and leave the rest. I want to lay out a few cards for you all. We're going to see what the energies are like for the Aquarius massive and how they're doing. But Aquarius, in the meantime, I just want to say I love you, I appreciate you, and I'm sending peace, love, blessings, and all the joy your heart can stand. Sending that to you with love. Thank you for coming to check out the channel. Hopefully you will hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when I post, okay? It's going to be a general reading. So I just want you to take what resonates with you, leave the rest, okay? If it doesn't apply, let it fly. That's like an old school saying. But it stands true to today. And we're going to have a few cards out here for the beginning of the reading, but then we're going to actually even pull more as we clarify. But this is just going to be our foundation. This is like our canvas, and then we're going to paint the picture with some other cards. So I just want to make sure you can see everything before we get into it. Yeah, I'll show you them, but I'm just gonna, this is just for placement. All right, but this top row here, these top row is gonna be the current situation. The middle row is the challenge. The bottom row is the solution. Now, this column here is what's going on in your personal thoughts, Aquarius. This column here represents your career, money, and finance. And this one over here is your love life, family life, social life. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this, Aquarius. So let's talk about what's going on in your personal, private thoughts. The card here that shows the current situation is the teacher energy. The challenge is an energy of envy. Possible solution to that envy would be to tap into the Leo energy. Okay. And this Leo energy talks about a lover. It says lover, but Leo also deals with children here. So perhaps you are a teacher. Um, Maybe you are a student. Okay. Um, Maybe there is maybe you're crushing on your child's tutor or teacher, or maybe your child's tutor or teacher is crushing on you, or the teacher's assistant, or someone in the academic environment. Maybe you are someone who tutors children, okay? And there could be someone who's envious because you're, okay, I'm getting, you know what I'm getting? Someone has children with someone else, but they get with another person, and the person that they get with is a tutor, or they're good with kids. So this person could be tutored in this person's children, and the mother of the children or the father of the children may be a little envious of that. Okay, now this could be someone feeling this way about you, Aquarius, or you feeling this way about them. Take it how it resonates. Okay, somebody could be envious of somebody who is a teacher and who loves what they do, or this is somebody who taps into their childlike energy. They're open to learning new things. I mean, Aquarius, you are, to me, you're the most intelligent sign. Um, as far as to me, all the signs, to be honest, you to me are top as far as level of intelligence. If we're gonna rate all the signs, so this could just be your love for learning. Someone could just be jealous of you because you love to learn, that childlike energy in you. Your opposite polarity is Leo. So maybe you're tapping into that childlike energy and you're learning something new, or you're putting yourself out there um, in a creative way, a way that's unique only to you. And maybe somebody is mad because they can't do it. It's like, I could teach you, but I have to charge. Like, that's what I'm getting at. That Khalees energy, when she talk about bringing the boys to the yard. Not necessarily about bringing the boys to the yard, but just whatever you do, you rock it so well. It's so natural for you. And somebody could be jealous of that. But you can't help that because that's just you. Your Leo chart, your Leo placement is how you shine, um, the uniqueness of you, right? We all have our own individual uniqueness, our own individual way of creating our gifts or manifesting our gifts, and that's in your Leo energy, right? And how you shine as an individual, and then the opposite polarity is Aquarius, how you take those unique gifts and how you shine as an individual and how you use it to help the collective, right? Or to participate in a group effort. So I feel like there's somebody here where, they're jealous of the fact that you or somebody else is able to work well with others. I don't know. Let's get some clarity on this, Aquarius. That's just what I'm picking up intuitively here. But I feel like maybe you, if you're in classes or you're learning something, the teacher is taking a liking to you. And there could be somebody who's envious of it. Maybe it's the teacher's lover or the teacher's friend or somebody else who's crushing on the teacher. And this could be somebody who's teaching you anything, or you could be learning anything. And there could just be someone who's secretly jealous of the connection or the fact that you're picking up a new skill or you're enhancing the skills you have. Yeah, see, look at this conflict. So I don't know if, for example, maybe to see how the teacher is in between two people. I don't know if one person is jealous of the other person, that they're not getting the teacher's attention and the other person is. So someone could be very childlike and immature about it, but there could also just be an energy of attraction and love. Somebody could be attracted to someone's intelligence. Somebody could be fighting how they feel about someone else as well. Okay, let's take a look and see what this envious energy is about. Pumpkin spice is clarifying the energy of the envy. All right, let's see what that means. So that's about a color. So that's a mood. Pumpkin spice. It's that time of the year. I'm from upstate New York, and one thing I love to do in the fall is have some apple cider donuts and some apple cider, whether it's warm or cool, it don't matter. Some apple pie. Well, apple picking season is over at this point, but just pumpkins and that fall energy. I love it because it's really beautiful in upstate New York this time of year. Upstate New York, Vermont area, um, Massachusetts, like the rural areas. It's very scenic and very beautiful. I'm sure it is everywhere, but I'm this is what this time of the year reminds me of. So with the pumpkin spice energy here, it's coming up as cozy, safe, and secure. So somebody is jealous because of somebody's coziness, somebody's safety, and somebody's security. So somebody's confidence is what's going on. Leo deals with confidence as well. You have to be confident in who you are as a unique individual and what you bring to the table uniquely. So somebody's not confidence in themselves. Maybe somebody doesn't trust their partner, or their partner don't trust them around you, or that the baby mother don't trust her kids around you, but you teaching them things, you showing them things, you could be helping them with the homework or vice versa. You know what I mean? And it's just an envy there. It's like, damn, I'm not intelligent like that, so I'm not able to tutor my kids like that. But when they go over to their dad house, um, either their dad is helping them out or their dad's, girlfriend is helping them out, and I'm jealous of that, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So Leo energy, the lover energy, yeah. So this is somebody's lover who could be good with kids, and they may not have kids as a couple, but one or the other in the relationship has kids by someone else. And when the kids come into their environment, the kids are always learning, they're doing something positive, and someone's envious that they're not able to do that or give that. So we got the Six of Cup energy here. This is again child energy, childhood energy, childlike energy. So this is all about having fun too. Leo is like what you do in your leisure, what you do to have fun. All right. So I am getting a jealous energy because somebody's getting comfortable and confident with a particular individual, and they're mad about that. It's causing conflict. I'm just getting very jealous, a jealous type of vibe. All right. Somebody could be with someone because this person is just very intelligent. It's like you feel like a child. You may have met someone or someone met you, but it's like you connect with this person and this person taps into your childlike energy. They allow you to, the inner child in you to connect. Maybe your childhood energy connects when you two are together, and somebody may have an issue with that. The Queen of Cups. So yeah, nurturing, loving, caring, inviting, warm, making you feel secure, making you feel appreciated, making you feel loved, right? And somebody don't like that. Okay, somebody got a problem with that. Someone is jealous of that type of energy. Okay, and they're jealous because they don't have it in them. It's not like that. Somebody could also be jealous of someone because someone has kids and they don't. So that could be it too. Yeah, here's the King of Cup energy in reverse. So there's a manipulative energy, whatever someone was trying to do. Yeah, because this envy energy, like this is heavy scorpionic energy with the envious energy and the King of Cup in reverse. Like I'm getting jealousy, and that's a dark sided trait with the scorpionic energy. But it's interesting because jealousy, scorpionic energy and and Leo energy connect because Leo is what turns you on. The Scorpio energy is that the actual act of sex, you and this person's energy merging. So, and then with the Queen of Cup here and some children here, so this to me talks to me, especially with this Leo energy and the Six of Cups too. This talks to me about children or childhood energy being invigorated. If it's not about kids, is your energy just being invigorated about around someone? Maybe you are with someone and y'all are talking about kids. Maybe you're with someone who has kids with someone else, okay? And there could be issues with that. But I do want to get more clarity on this here. Tell me more about the Six of Cups. Because the solution to this issue is to just um, allow people to be them, right? Somebody's remembering or looking back at something that happened in their past, maybe when they were a child. And it's like, okay, when you were a child, maybe you didn't have, if you're the person who's jealous or upset, maybe you didn't have that connection with your students or with your tutor or with your parents. Maybe you didn't have that connection. And maybe somebody is jealous now of that. It could be, adults be jealous of kids. I seen that wicked shit, especially within families. Like, you'll have one generation of family members and then another generation will come in. And that generation that was before, you got some of them who will be jealous of the younger kids, the attention that the younger kids are getting. Like, literally, it's sick. But here's the Two of Swords energy. So somebody is just like, yo, what is going on here? It's not making any sense. Somebody's trying to figure out, you know, um, if I should feel a certain way or not. Somebody's questioning how they feel. And that's a good thing because they're looking back at their past and their childhood and what went on in their past and their childhood. So somebody's being triggered. Someone's childhood energy is being triggered in some way, shape, or form. The challenge is that somebody's not showing someone attention, that they don't get the same attention as the other person, and it makes them feel insecure. And so they're conflicted about it because they want that attention, they want that nourishment, they want that love. So this could be also, a parent who maybe showed favoritism to their children as well. Okay, and maybe somebody's looking back at that and just wondering, yo, well, what happened? How is that happening? Or maybe when people were children, when the kids were young, there was energy that went on that maybe the parent didn't realize as far as favoritism, and now it may be to the point where somebody's looking back and assessing, damn, I didn't realize that this is what was going on. It's like something left unchecked. But this jealous energy here, this envious energy, it could be between the children, it could be amongst the children. I feel like it's two children because there's conflict here with the mother, right? There's two people in this card conflict. There's two people in between here with it could be the mother or the father, right? Either way, but it could be childhood competition here. Somebody's envious of somebody with the King of Cup energy in reverse. Somebody don't want somebody to be comfortable in a relationship, okay, or an environment, or somebody may want someone to feel uncomfortable because they don't have kids, or somebody could be wondering what's going on, why somebody doesn't want to have children. Somebody may not want to have children because of what they experienced in their childhood. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of energy from that. All right, but if something else comes out in the cards later on to reiterate that or to bring a different perspective, I'll definitely tap back into that. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the career, money, and finance for the Aquarius energy. There's a truck outside, so sorry about that noise. So for career, money, and finance, the current situation is the go energy. All right, the green light. The challenge is there's a hopeless energy here. Possible solution to quell that hopeless energy would be to tap into the knife house energy, the seeking energy. So when it comes to career, money, and finance, Aquarius, it looks as though whatever it is that you got going on is positive. All right. Your money situation looks good, or it's going to be good. Your career is looking good. Okay, or it's going to. You have the green light on something, but the thing is maybe you feeling hopeless. You could have been. I feel like that's confirmation. Maybe you were, just on. Maybe you're go, 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 and you could be hopeless because you're trying to figure out, what is the meaning of this? Why is this happening? What's going on? Because with the ninth house energy here, we talk about foreign travel. So we talk about adventure, higher education, customs. So, like I was saying, for some of y'all, it could be about you going back to school. Okay, maybe you are in school, or this could be about you financing your child's education or financing yours. Aquarius deals with the mature age, where Leo, the opposite polarity, deals with the children. So, this is all about beliefs, spiritual quests, aspirations. So maybe somebody's considering saving up their money and taking a trip, a sabbatical. Somebody could be considering saving up their money and taking some classes, is what I'm getting here. But let's get some clarity on what's going on with career, money, and finance. The gold energy talks about care. See here, there's a picture of a child here. So this could be about someone making sure or taking care of their child. It don't have to be a small child. It could be an adult. The child. You know how people look at their children. You always gonna be my baby. You could be 50 years old, and if I'm your mother and I'm 70, you still my baby, right? So it could be that energy here. Okay. Um, I wonder if somebody is, considering having children or wanting to have children. There could be a conflict between partners in reference to having babies versus not having babies. Maybe somebody wants a child and someone doesn't. Or maybe somebody has never considered having children and now that they've met someone, maybe they want to do that, right? But with the hopeless, and maybe somebody's opening up a daycare or a school or they work with children, okay? Somebody may be considering adopting a child as well, is another thing I'm getting here. What is this hopeless energy though? The challenge is there's a hopelessness here, and we have it clarified with verified blue. That's another mood energy. Okay, let's see what this means. Verified blue talks about popular, attractive, and favored. So somebody's hopeless that they won't be liked, they won't be received, or somebody won't be favored because of something. Um, hmm, hopelessness, attractive, and favored. So somebody may feel like somebody's not going to be attracted. Okay, I don't know if somebody's considering or somebody had a baby and now they don't feel attractive, or maybe somebody's looking at somebody as okay, you have a child, so that's not attractive to me. But somebody's trying to look at something from a higher perspective. But this could also have something to do with someone's spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs. Somebody may feel like, okay, somebody could be pressured into having a child or wanting to have a child, and they may not be ready. That could be it. And it could be, well, what is it that you believe in reference to children and families and things like that. Okay, so here's the nine of diamonds, which is the nine of pentacles. Yeah, so this is about someone's independence, someone being able to afford a child, um, Somebody may be deciding, okay, well, I want to have a child and I don't necessarily care to be married, you know? And so, maybe they're going against the grain of, whatever belief system they had growing up. Um, hmm, let's see what else is coming out with this care energy for your career, money, and finance. I don't know, somebody could be considered, like I said, opening up a daycare center or they babysit children. Yeah, here's the moon energy. So there's something that's hidden, something that's not known yet, something somebody could be keeping to themselves. It could be pregnancy. Like I said, somebody could be contemplating having a child. You know, um, they're looking for the go or the green light here. Tell me more about this moon. Ooh, the magician. Give me one more because I don't like having major arcanas unclarified. So the Eight of Pentacles came out in reverse. So something is not okay. So it could be that somebody is pregnant. Maybe they just started a job and they're pregnant and they're not telling their employer. That could very well be what's going on because they don't want to lose their job. So somebody could be keeping that to themselves. I feel like that could be what's going on for some of you. Or somebody maybe you have you are an employer and maybe you're getting word that somebody had a child or someone is pregnant. This could be somebody that you liked or you were attracted to. Maybe you talk to someone and you guys find out that like I said, you're not on the same page when it comes to children and having a family, financially being able to prepare for that. I'm also getting a woman, like I said, who's saying, okay, you know what? If I'm going to have a child, here's the devil energy. If I'm going to have a child, I got to make sure that in the end, I'm able to take care of this child by myself and that is something I'm willing to do. Because partners come and go, people break up, and there's very few places in the world where you see the majority of the men when people split up. There's very few places where you see the majority men taking care of children after a divorce or separation. You have them scattered throughout, but it's not the norm. Okay. So this is an energy of a woman who's like, okay, if I'm gonna have this child by this person, yeah, I'm in love with them, I care about them. Am I financially able to take care of this child in the event that this person leaves me? Or that this person no longer wants to be around me, or they pass away, or something like that. I'm gonna be the sole provider for this child. Can I afford it? Do I want to give up my independence with the Nine of Pentacles in the ninth house? It's like someone is praying and looking for answers with this. The challenge is that somebody feel it could be feeling hopeless because it's not, what other people want. Somebody may be feeling controlled by that. With that devil energy, I'm getting a control energy. Yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So that's the energy of someone um hmm somebody may be pregnant and may decide not to have a child. Options that they have. Um and they could, okay, so this is where the spiritual part comes in. So this is about people's beliefs in reference to having a child versus not having a child. So somebody could be like, look, I'm not going to be able to afford this by myself, so I'm not doing it. So I'm going to go to the doctors and make sure everything is taken care of because I can't afford a child. And so maybe someone is keeping this to themselves because they don't want to be judged. Yeah, here's the king of, well, this is the queen of wands. Yeah, this is someone who has control over the situation, who has power over the situation. Perhaps somebody is feeling like they got pregnant and maybe they don't have the money to take care of a child. Because that devil energy is telling me an energy of someone feeling trapped, right? And with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, this is trapped in a situation they don't have any belief in or faith in. They don't have any financial stability in, right? They're not able to afford it. It's not favored. Yeah, so somebody could be being looked at as if, they're a problem because they decided to have an abortion. That's what I'm getting heavy here. Somebody's debating on children and if they can afford it. Or maybe someone's, yeah, it's something like that. All right. If any other cards come out in reference to that, I'll tap back into that. But let's just go ahead on to your love life, family life, and social life, Aquarius. So the current situation there is the bagel energy. We have that clarified with the confidence energy, or the challenge is the confidence. Pop Possible solution or perspective would be to tap into some trine energy and going with the flow. So this is about your family life, love life, social life. So donuts, dough, bread. I'm thinking about money, okay? Uh, and the challenge is being confident about that. But this is all about going with the flow. But this could also represent, to me, maybe somebody's a bit on the heavy side. And the thing is they're not confident with who they are or what's going on with that. But the universe is telling you just to, go with the flow, be cool, be at peace, be at ease. Do what makes you feel good. Do what benefits you. Do what energizes you. But there could be some indulging energy going on here too that you may want to be careful of. So, somebody needs to be careful just, overindulging and whatever it is. Could be carbs specifically, could be breads specifically, but it could be also, overspending as well. All right, talk to me about this career, money, finance, energy. I mean, I'm still stuck on that because I'm thinking about the dough. Talk to me about this family life, love life, social life energy for Aquarius for Libra season 2025. Accident. So, like I said, this is family life, love life, social life. So, somebody may have to spend a lot of money on a car, okay? Or there could have been a motorcycle accident or a bike accident, or someone needs to be careful to avoid that. Somebody could be going to work out because they maybe that's what they're choosing to do, and they may get injured on it. Could be a stationary bike. Somebody trying to lose some weight, and they need to be careful because maybe they're pushing themselves too hard, or you know how you hit your pedal, your knee on the pedal, or your shin on the pedal. Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. But this could just be like I said, somebody going back to the gym, and maybe they feel uncomfortable going back to the gym because they gained so much weight. The challenge with the confident energy is clarified with the waterfall energy. So this is all about the environment. So with the waterfall energy, we're talking about abundant, generous, and lavish. So abundant, we got indulgence, abundant, and then we got dough here. I just feel like somebody needs to be careful. They may have gained some extra weight, and they just need to be careful how they carry themselves. Your gait might change. Your gait is like the way you stand, the way you walk. You may notice that because of the weight gain or weight loss. So you just need to be careful. Um, you got to get used to that, you know, is what I'm getting here. So you just want to take your time with things, go with the flow. Don't press yourself, don't rush yourself. Some of you are like, yo, I got to get this weight off. Yeah, maybe you do. But don't, try to go ham. Go in moderation, go with the flow, incorporate that in your life in a way that, and I'm talking to myself too, incorporate this in your life, exercise and health in your life in a way that's not going to be stressful, because you got to do it. You know what I mean? Here's the queen of clubs here. It's the queen of wands. She's showing up twice in two different decks. Okay, so this is all about being in control, all about looking good and feeling good, being confident in who you are and what you do, right? And just being you, being happy, being you. So if this may not be you, this could be a family member or a friend who could be struggling with their weight, or maybe it may not even be weight. It could have been that they were in an accident of some sort, and maybe they're temporarily, not themselves, not able to get around the way they used to. So they could be feeling a little bit of lack of not as confident as they used to. You know, that could be it. So you may want to just pay attention to that energy. Let's get some more clarity on this though. Tell me about this accident energy with the donuts. I don't know, somebody driving a bagel truck. Yeah, 5 of cup energy in reverse. So yeah, it's like, yo, it happens. Shit happens. So it may not be a minor, a major accident is what I'm getting. It's not major. It's something minor, or it could have happened already, and now, maybe you were in some type of accident and you weren't able to move around, and so as a result, you gained some weight, and now you're able to get back out there, and move around, and maybe you're not feeling yourself. You're not feeling like yourself because you gained some weight. So that could be what's going on too for somebody. But this waterfall energy talks about abundant, generous, and lavish. So somebody may not be comfortable as they used to be, confident as they used to be. Yeah, here's the Empress energy here. They're getting older, they're mature. Okay, maybe somebody doesn't feel like they're as attractive. The Empress energy is the energy of someone who is plus size as well. Yeah, so here's judgment energy. So someone's calling judgment on it. So the challenge is that somebody realizes, yo, I gotta take care of this. I'm getting older. I gotta lose some weight. I don't want to get to a point where I hurt myself because of my weight. Red energy here, Mars. This reminds me of Mars energy. So this could be something about the heart. It don't necessarily have to be a physical accident, but it could be as well. Tell me about this judgment energy. This is scorpionic energy, transformation, change. Okay. Yeah, the 9 of Wands in reverse. So this is somebody who they may be having a hard time accepting things the way that they are, or giving, somebody may have gotten off the horse and it's just time to get back on. You know, a lot of us struggle with all sorts of things where it's like we're trying to master ourselves in that area. And, sometimes we good at it and then we fall off a bit. And then we try to get back on, and that's just nature, because that's, you check out where your Chiron is. Somebody got Chiron in Aquarius, or maybe you got Chiron in Leo, or you got a strong Chiron placement that's coming out. But Chiron energy is an energy where that's who you are. That wound is a part of you, and it's always going to be with you. So you have to work on living with it and managing it as best you can. Yeah, here's the 7 of Swords. This is something that somebody's keeping to themselves. They're not letting anybody know the battle that they got going on. So somebody may have a battle with their weight. And while that's not private, you could actually see someone who, you know, you could see someone's size. Like, we all have scars. Some scars are just more, and other people they're just more visible. So, when people who are slim make fun of people who are plus size, it's like, okay, just because your scar is just not visible physically, don't mean that you ain't got fucked up shit about you. Right? So everybody's got, shit we gotta work on. So I feel like for somebody, this is them coming to terms with that. All right, let's get some other cards out here, Aquarius. See what else is going on. This could be a family member here too. This could be a mother figure, elderly person who may not be feeling as confident as they used to because they're getting older. This could be somebody who's lonely, all right, by themselves, in that particular thought or in that particular energy, whether it's the energy of having a child, whether it's the energy of not having a child, or the energy of, someone being healthy, doing what's healthy for them, whatever it is. Yeah, somebody feeling worthiness, somebody confident. Somebody may get anybody because I don't have, I'm a single mother, so, and I'm never gonna find anybody who wants to be with me, that type of thing. Or maybe somebody's telling someone this. Oh, you got kids, so yeah, over analyzing and driving somebody crazy, or driving themselves crazy with these thoughts. Okay, let's see what's going on with the messages of love here for Aquarius. Libra season 2024. This is a lot of air, so there's a lot of thinking here. So it could be too much over analyzing. But we got strictly sexual, different pages, and leap of faith. So for some of you, you may have run into someone at work that you slept with, and maybe you got pregnant by this person. Or maybe this is somebody you work with, or tutor, or, maybe you were dealing with the professor. I got a crush on the teacher type of. Long story short, I do feel like, if there's a connection here, it is strictly sexual because you guys have different beliefs. Okay, with the strictly sexual, different pages, and leap of faith. See how we talk about faith, and then we had that Jupiter energy, the 9th house energy here with faith, right? And worthiness, analyzing, and strictly sexual. Okay, so yeah, somebody could be being looked at in a certain way because of their sexual past, or because of what they believe in reference to um, having children or raising children. Okay, I'm getting something strong energy with children here. There could be some unhealed childhood wounds. Yeah, there's a panicking energy here. Okay, somebody is nervous about something, trying to figure something out. That could be where that over analyzing energy is coming from. Yeah, and also embarrassed. So this is all similar energy here. Like somebody's embarrassed about something. Um, and look at this, lonely again. Lonely came out twice. Okay, so somebody may feel alone with what it is that they're dealing with. Like nobody knows. This is the seven of sword energy. This is what's going on in this person's head. They're over analyzing the situation. So somebody may feel like, yo, I made a mistake is another thing I'm getting here with them, especially with the family life, love life, social life. Somebody may feel like they made a mistake. Yeah, I just get like with the confidence and the Empress energy and the abundance. Like this is the challenges is somebody not feeling confident in who they are, or someone trying to tear down someone's confidence. That's another thing I'm getting here. Somebody is doing whatever they can to try to tear down someone's confidence, but it's not working. This person still is confident within themselves and who they are, no matter who tries to tell them that they're not because of whatever, different beliefs you and this person have. So maintain your confidence. Don't let someone, talk dirty to you or tell you you're beneath them because you got different views about how things go and what goes down. I didn't mean to pull that deck, but that's what happened. All right, but I guess that energy needed to be put out there because I already pulled that deck. What else we got for Aquarius? Earth energy. So this is being grounded, being practical, looking at things from a perspective of what makes sense. Okay. And we have shadow, shadow king. So this could be a male here who is, trying to make a woman feel bad because maybe she had, like I said, she's single and she has a child or she has children, you know. Or this could be, like I said, with this energy in the very beginning, there could be a man who has children with another woman and he's purposely bringing his children around a different woman to make the other woman jealous. That could be what's going on here. Or this could be a woman who has children with a dude. She's no longer with him. She's with a new dude, and the new dude is very intelligent. He spends time with the children. He helps out with the children. And maybe this dude is jealous of that. It's like, yo, I don't want my kid around him. But he's being good to your kid. He ain't got no nefarious, malicious intent towards your kid. He taking your kid in under his wing. Like, it reminds me of that Russell Wilson and Future type of situation with Future's oldest son. He's with Russell Wilson and Sierra, and he took on, well, the kid didn't take on the last name, but permission was given amongst the family, that the child would take on Russell Wilson's last name, right? And so some people may feel some sort of way about that. So on the negative side, if it was true, like maybe Future maybe feel some sort of way about that because of the time that Russell Wilson spends with his child. It don't necessarily have to be that way, but this is just an example that a lot of people are aware of because of pop culture, and this is a way of me trying to explain it. But it don't mean that Future feel that way. It don't mean any of them feel that way. It's just an example of what they experienced, and we're talking about the feelings behind the scene that could be going on. Don't necessarily have to be. All right. Yeah, we have mystic energy. So this is all about connecting to your higher self, tapping into your higher self, your higher source, trying to figure out what you want to do or how you want to do things. That mystic energy is representative of that for me with that. And then we got one more deck here, Aquarius. More for Aquarius. Ooh, love affair, dirty little secret, sex fix, down low. So that's that shadow energy here. So this could be somebody who's basically, oh, I just got a dark energy here that came up. Um, I don't know. You got to watch who your kids are around, okay? Be careful who your kids are around. Be careful who they feel safe with. If they telling you they don't feel safe around a teacher, let them know. Pay attention. Pay attention. But also on another note, this is about somebody having a love affair. And maybe somebody gets pregnant. But there's something going on. There's a shadow energy here and a love affair energy here. So it could be something going on behind the scenes. Okay? Yeah, we have waves, emotions, worry, and fear. Remember, somebody was panicking, somebody was embarrassed, over analyzing the situation here. Somebody may be feeling lonely, but there's definitely going to be consequences towards whatever it is that you decide to do. So think clearly, put your emotions to the side to make a decision. This is what this earth energy is telling you. Get grounded, get out of your emotions. Come out of your emotions and do what it is that makes sense. And if that means coming out of a love affair, then come up out of it. Because for some of you, there's going to be some consequences to it, and it could be a pregnancy. Okay? So there could be a third party situation going on here, and somebody's pregnant or gets pregnant. All right? Or somebody already has children, and one of the partners has someone else, and there's issues with that. Okay? So Aquarius, I hope you were able to get something out of this reading. I do want to thank you for checking it out. Hopefully you hit that like button and you'll come back and visit. I'm sending you peace, love, prosperity, and abundance in every area of your life. And happy Libra season. I'll see you in the next reading, Aquarius. Later.